Hi everyone and welcome to Lost Boy. My name is Jamie for those of you that are new to my channel, and for those of you that are returning, thank you for all of your support. This is going to be a general collective message. It's intended for whoever needs it. Please take the messages that resonate with you in your particular situation and drop the ones that do not. If you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, the link to my website is down below in the description box. Alrighty y'all, let's get into today's message. I'm going to begin with the Storyteller's Tarot to get an overall energy. We will tap in with the tarot dice, some oracles, and some other divination tools, and we're just going to see what is up. Universe, please give us an overall energy for the collective, please. What is going on in collective energy that they need to know? Universe, what is the overall energy for the collective, please, at this time? Somebody here does not want you to know something. Universe, thank you. We have the Lovers, and we have the Ace of Spikes. That's what they don't want you to know. And the Six of Coins here at the bottom of the deck is that things are finally balancing out for you. Some of you could be getting ready to get into a relationship, and this could be even somebody here who's trying to figure out if you're dating somebody new. Who are you pursuing since you're not pursuing them? You're definitely connecting with people who see with you eye to eye at this time. This took a bit to come out. King of Spikes, you're standing in your truth. Things are balancing out for you. People are not happy. Somebody does not want you to know that. Or they don't want you to know that they're keeping tabs on you. In ancient Hawaiian tradition, one story tells of a beautiful princess named Napaka, who was madly in love with the handsome fisherman Kawi. Since the custom of the time strictly forbade royals from marrying commoners, one of the kupanes, the elders, advised the couple to journey to ask the high priest for guidance. When they arrived at the temple, the priest explained that he was unable to give them permission to marry. It was up to the Hawaiian gods. The sky turned dark and a raging storm brewed, signifying disapproval of their relationship. Napaka took the flower from her hair and tore it in half, giving one piece to Kawi and instructed him to return to his village by the seashore. She returned home alone and lived her life in the mountains without him. This is the reason Napuku flowers bloom in halves, with the Napuku Kauai blooming in the mountains and the Napuka Kauai blooming near the seashore. There's one called Kauai and Kauakai. It is said that when the flowers join together after being picked from their separate locations, the lovers are reunited once more. The upright lovers card symbolizes a powerful, meaningful bond between two people, sometimes romantic, sometimes not, but always a choice. Compassion, love, and respect rule this relationship, and the person you are with may very well be your soulmate. The Lovers is about choice. Choose the best version of yourself and act based on love, and you will always take the higher path. This is about a choice in love. Somebody doesn't want you to believe that there's a choice in love, that there are other choices in love. Or they don't want to believe that you're even going down the path towards finding love that's on your caliber. A gift to Iskander, Alexander the Great, from the inhabitants of Dragon Island after defeating the serpent who was feeding upon their livestock. This spiral-horned, rabbit-like creature is said to cause all animals that set their sights on it to immediately flee. The upright ace of spikes signifies a breakthrough when beginning a new project or goal. A sign of encouragement, you may have sudden clarity around a troubling issue or mental block that was preventing you from moving forward with your ideas or finding truth of a matter. It's an excellent time to start manifesting new ideas and even fighting for them. Your sense of truth is strong and your ability to defend your convictions is clear and resilient. People don't like the fact that you're speaking up your truth in regards to what you are willing and not willing to accept when it comes to partnerships and relationships. They didn't want this message to come out at first because it took a while for the cards to come out, because this ushers in a period of balance. The Six of Coins. That's also justice. Traditionally, the scales of Libra are shown on the Six of Pentacles. You're doing what is just by living in your truth. Alrighty, y'all. 6:46 on the timer. We're going to be using the tarot dice. We're going to see what else is going on. It's going to get loud for a moment, so I do apologize. Universe, please tell us more for the collective. What else do they need to know? What is going on in their energy that they should be aware of, Universe? We have the King of Wands, and then we have the Page of Swords reversed. I feel like somebody here has their eyes set on you with this King of Wands. Or if you're a masculine, you have your eyes set on someone, or you have your eyes set on something that you want to connect with. Something here that you're trailblazing in some kind of way. With the King of Wands. The King, he has mastered the suit of Wands. This is somebody here who's not afraid of a little challenge, not afraid to get their hands dirty, and they're not afraid to compete and come out on top. But this is also somebody here who they don't need to do dirty tricks. They don't need to lie, they don't need to hide who they are. Somebody here is trying to block some kind of commitment from coming together. It's like they don't want you to... I don't know why people do not want you to be happy, collective. They don't want you to have meaningful relationships. This is somebody here who has spread lies with the Page of Swords reverse. Somebody here who doesn't have the facts. Because the Page of Swords upright is somebody who's very inquisitive. Somebody who is willing to do some kind of research, but in the reverse, this is somebody here who just assumes. They don't look beyond the surface. I don't know if there is people in your energy here who have felt like, oh, you have enough. Knight of Cups reversed. It's like actively spreading some kind of lies in hopes that a masculine here, this could be an ex, it could be old friends, it could be family members that you no longer talk to who have talked shit about you to just anybody who would be willing to listen. That's the Page of Swords in reverse. Very immature energy. Let me run my mouth to anybody who will give me the time of day, right? And people end up knowing information about you that no one really needs to know. Like, intimate details, like, all because they don't want you to get into some kind of commitment. They don't want you to follow your higher purpose. Some of you could literally be in your calling at this time, or getting into your North Node, into your calling. And part of that calling is connecting with your soul tribe, right? The people who are vibrating on your frequency in regards to romantic partnerships, friendships, even those that we call family. Somebody knows that you are blazing through, unafraid. And something about the way that you're moving, the way that you're communicating, it's dispelling what has been said. Look, we have the Emperor reversed here. Somebody here who was trying to control and manipulate the situation. They wanted control. Maybe they wanted control over you in some kind of way. I don't know if this, again, like I said, an ex who didn't want you to believe there were any other options, so they wanted you to come back to them. This could be it could be a family member here who feels like they desperately need you to survive, so they don't want you to be preoccupied with anything else. It could be old friends who are like bitter and petty that you've moved on and maybe left them in the past. We definitely have the Five of Pentacles here as well. At somebody, double fives, 5-5. So there is some kind of change here that is also happening, but one that is divinely inspired with this Hierophant card. Because you're trusting in your intuition, you're trusting in your downloads, you're moving how the universe wants you to move. Somebody here feels abandoned, left out in the cold. I don't know, it's like, it's giving, wow. We have the Empress right there. The Empress is upright, and the Emperor is reversed. It's like some kind of karmic masculine here who, I don't know, maybe claimed ownership over you in some kind of way. Somebody here felt like they had some kind of ownership over you. But now they feel abandoned, outcasted here because it's like you're no longer buying their bullshit, and you're like, I want better, and I'm going after better. And maybe that's what it is. It's an ego blow to them. Because they're like, what do you mean I'm not enough for you? Not everybody is for everybody. Let's just keep it real. Keep it pushing. This could definitely be somebody here who's enamored by your looks, maybe. They're obviously driven by their flesh. Universe, tell us more, please. Universe, tell us more for the collective. Marriage. They don't want you to go towards marriage. So they're concerned. They're concerned. Why? Because they weren't able to take from you? They weren't able to entrap you? I'm given this is somebody here who has... It's like you kicked them off their high horse. Or you took them off their high horse. There's somebody here who was only a thief. They were only wanting to take from you. Energetically, financially, your compassion, your love, your nurture, your kindness. Somebody here is concerned that you could be even meeting, this could even be an official person who has their eyes on you. And maybe somebody here is intimidated that somebody so well respected likes you. This definitely has to do with partnerships, choices, and somebody here concerned that maybe they can no longer get one over on you to be able to get what they want. They have no control anymore. Some of y'all are even stepping into a position of status, becoming an official person, and what it is that you're doing. You're elevating, right? Whoever I'm reading for, I feel like you're not the type of person that likes to settle for something. You like to have a goal that you like to work towards. You like progress. You like moving forward. And I feel like you're dealing with a person or people here who have been unwilling to ride that train with you, who have been unwilling to go down that journey with you. They don't want that. They're comfortable where they're at. And maybe something here, they don't like the fire that burns within you. Universe, tell us more, please. And there's the lovers. 36, 36. Somebody could be 36, or they could be turning 36. Doesn't have to be. This has to do with partnerships and choices. This has to do with love. This has to do with the union that was maybe prolonged due to some kind of injustice, because if we have the 6 of coins here, that means some kind of balance is now finally being restored. Ask and you shall receive. You know, people can talk so much shit, right, to so many other different people to give other people a certain impression about you. And by them having that certain impression, right, their energy signatures send something out, right, that's false against your narrative, right? So it contradicts the energy that you're putting out. Somebody here created some kind of spiritual warfare by messing with the truth. Wow, 8 of Cups and 8 of Wands. Strong Aries energy here, Gemini as well. Could be Virgo energy, Taurus. Universe. And the 7 of Wands. Yeah, you've had to stand up for yourself. And this is a shock to people, that you're deciding to actually go after what it is that you want. That's the shocking surprise, is that you're not afraid to destroy things that are not real, that are fake, that are false, that are based on a lie. That's what the Tower is. This is the universe coming in, crashing something down. These are the lovers being casted out. God has already called judgment on false contracts. You're no longer crying over spilled milk. You've learned the lesson out of this. You're standing up for yourself and what it is that you want, and unapologetically going after it. You're not settling. And you got people big time mad that they can't rope you back into their bullshit. And that you're too focused on what it is that you want. They don't like that. Maybe some of y'all have even spent most of your lives trying to make other people happy, people pleasing, or just caring too much about other people, maybe what they think, maybe the people closest to you. I don't know if you were trying to impress them. It's not given that kind of energy. It was kind of like almost seeking their approval in a way. Like you wanted to be good enough. You wanted to be someone that people were proud of. But at the end of the day, if those people are not proud of you for standing up for what you believe in, for going after some kind of dream, for chasing love, genuine, authentic, real love, and refusing to accept anything less than that, I don't know, people feel like maybe you're acting too big for your bridges, or that your ego is inflated. But what about them that is triggered that causes them to talk so much shit about what it is that you want and what it is that you're pursuing? Strong Scorpio energy here. There could be a Scorpio here who's upset that you've disconnected. Temperance reversed. Ace of Cups in the Fool. You're taking a leap of faith. You're not going back. You're not looking back. Things will not be able to be mended. There are some things in life that cannot be mended and cannot be fixed. Especially when people just running their mouth, all because of their own insecurities, all because of their own lack of love. People are pissed off at the fact that you love yourself, as we all should. Approval comes from within, not without, on the outside. Universe, tell me more about this marriage. Wow, the Fool reversed. The Hanged Man, the Knight of Wands, and this Five of Cups. There's an Aries here who is big time mad. I'm gonna keep it real. And you're just standing your ground like, I don't care how many people you want to send at me. I don't care how much you want to talk about. I don't care how much bullshit people know about me. You're not hiding your face. You're not afraid. It had the opposite effect. It did. Maybe somebody here was even like trying to like start rumors, or I don't know, sharing like things about you that like people don't really need to know, like maybe the things that y'all would do together when y'all were intimate, or when y'all were together, you know, the things that bring you joy, the things, you know, we all have our kinks, right? And I feel like this was somebody here who was just like wanting to use that against you to try and like, it's giving somebody here who's disturbed. And it's honestly, it's showing that it's showing how much they actually miss it. That's really what it is. That's really what it's showing. It's that desperation. Somebody does not want you to take a leap of faith. This is also somebody here who wanted you to feel guarded and defensive about everything. Knight of Swords. Yeah, there's some kind of truth that is coming out. Be prepared. I feel like whoever you're getting into partnership with, I feel like people are gauging your temperature, like sizing you up, getting to know you, and within getting to know you, it's like rumors are being dispelled. And then obviously people are talking about, hey, you know, I met that person that blah, 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 blah talked about, and nothing like what they said, right? This has all been divinely guided. The truth is coming out. You surrendered something to the universe. Some of y'all had an inkling that something was going on. Maybe you were even in a hermit period. Maybe you're like, you know what? I should pull my energy back, give it back to me, where it belongs, right? Let me heal, let me rest, let me recover, let me call my energy back, let me disconnect from people, places, and things that no longer serve me, no longer suit me. People are going to be exposing the lies that were said about you. And it could be whoever is coming in, whoever this King of Wands is in the upright. If you're a feminine, you definitely have a masculine that is interested in you, who has maybe kept his distance because, like I said, somebody ran their mouth. I don't know, like maybe this is somebody here who you used to be friends with. I don't know, maybe back in the day in school or on the playground. I don't know, but there's been some distance and some time. I don't know. Maybe this person was connected to your old friends Or even like a sibling of yours who just envious and jealous. I don't know. But it's like upon their own investigation, it's you've caught somebody's eye, you've caught somebody's attention. Queen of Swords reversed, the Five of Swords reversed in Justice. Whoever this bitter bitch is with the Queen of Swords reverse who keeps running his or her mouth, right? It could be a masculine who is in deep woundedness in their feminine side, right? Feeling like they got some kind of point to prove. I don't know. It's like somebody had some kind of vendetta, right? But they're realizing that them trying to win at all costs, it's only going to bring you more justice and victory in the end. They've dug their own grave. Somebody dug their own grave by choosing you to be the hill that they die on, essentially. Universe, tell me about the Lovers. Tell me about the Lovers, please. Ten of Swords, Justice, the Page of Wands, and the Eight of Cups reversed. This could be somebody here who purposely stopped dealing with you because maybe of what they heard, maybe because of some kind of third party injected themselves into the picture here and just obsessively ran their mouth. Or this is just even your character being returned to you in the spirit. God is definitely the universe and God, spirit, source, however you identify spiritually. Something is being returned back to you because you got out of your own way, and maybe and part of that, I did say something here about people pleasing earlier, right? Maybe you're not people pleasing as much, right? Maybe you've uncovered some kind of information, and maybe you've already known that people were trying to use you, manipulate you, control you, right? Sometimes we give support, but support is not received back. And I feel like whoever this reading is for, you have... I'm not saying you kept a list. I'm not saying you kept the tally here. But looking back, you're like, wow, things have been so uneven. And now you're trying to understand why. And you're like, no. No, I can no longer allow somebody's control and manipulation to alter my choices. That's why you're standing firm and guarding and protecting yourself. There is some kind of action that is being taken here with the Page of Wands. There is some kind of inspiration, and there is some kind of news that is coming in because you decided to stay true with this Ace of Spikes. This has to do with your truth and who you are at the core of your being. Somebody never thought that they would lose grip on you. The High Priestess. Some of y'all are tight-lipped. You're moving in silence. You're moving in secret. You're following your intuition. You're listening to the divine. The wait is over. Somebody here is blinded at the fact that, you know what, maybe it's their own insecurities here that has caused them to create some kind of illusion. One that they were trying to project onto you, but you were like, no. God is good. God is good. I'm gonna follow my intuition. I'm gonna follow my highest good, my highest authority, which is God. If it's not from God, I don't want it. Some of y'all have even had like a lifetime battle against some kind of negative entity here that wanted ownership over you, or even wanted to marry you in the spirit in some kind of way, and they were just sending different people with the same type of vibe, and you're like, no, I don't want any of that. Something was done so much that it just left you so distasteful in your mouth that you were like, I'm bored, I'm done, I'm over it. Like, I don't want this. Like, why do you guys even keep trying? That's what it's giving. clear this up so we can. We're going to pull out what's the tea. I'm going to see what else is going on here. You got good things coming. You got people interested in you. People want to connect with you. People are seeing your light. They're seeing your shine. They're seeing the way that you're moving. Somebody also sees how brave and courageous you are and how strong you are and how unafraid you are to wield your sword. Universe, please tell us more for the collective. Please tell us more for the collective. A dirty offer. Somebody here wants to make a dirty offer. I want to rope you back in. Both of these things could be happening like simultaneously, like somebody, and they're doing that on purpose because they purposely want to keep you confused because they know, I don't know if they know that you're talking to somebody, but they know that something's off. Not off with you. For them, they feel like you're off, but you're actually on point. They know that something is different. So they want to come in and give you a dirty offer in hopes to alter your choices to not pick the right offer. You dusted it off. You moved over. This is somebody who was crying over you. They're sad. They're hurt. They're upset. Maybe that's what they told everybody, that you hurt them, that you were a big meanie, that it was all your fault, that you were the cheater, that you were this, but yet they never told it them. Maybe the shit that they did to you, the not so kind things that they did as well, because you know what? And when it comes to relationships, it takes two to tango. And they didn't tell people the shit that they did to elicit that reaction out of you. Even purposely setting you up, right? To cause you to lash out so they can be like, see what I was talking about? Somebody here is getting some kind of evidence. There is some kind of photo proof. Maybe about how jealous and envious and how far somebody was willing to go to try and bind you to something that wasn't for you, isn't for you. Universe, tell us more. They want to marry for money. They know that you're receiving a blessing. They know that there's balance. Oh, what'd I do with it? The rest of the cards fell off my rack. That's why. They don't want that 6 of coins to come in. They know that you're receiving a blessing. Maybe some of y'all have, you were like, you know what? Maybe love's not for me in this time, in this season. Let me buckle down and focus on work. Let me focus on my career. Let me focus on building my business. 33 on the timer. Let me focus on all of that. Let me focus on what else good I have going for me. Right? And they see that you're doing well. You're receiving some kind of accolades. You're receiving some kind of blessing. Somebody's upset that you just dusted them off your shoulder, right? To the left, to the left. They want you to marry for money. But you're able to provide for yourself. Or they want to attach themselves to you because they know of the blessings and the finances that you're receiving. Some of y'all are doing really, really well for yourselves. We have running. Maybe somebody's saying that you ran away from them, or somebody here was looking you up. People are definitely researching you, studying you, getting info. And there's somebody here who's fake flexing, who acts rich, flosses. They're trying to keep up their lifestyle. Maybe part of the shit talk, right? Somebody here could even be feeling guilty right now because they know how wrong and how dirty they treated you. And now they see that you're doing well, and they're like, oh my God, let me go back to collective. Or they want to, but I don't think... I think somebody's going to have some explaining to do. Because people are going to be all side-eye once news comes out that you've been trying to pursue them again, that they've been trying to pursue you again. I don't think you're going to take this serious. No, you're going to ignore it. You're going to be like, I haven't heard from you in years. Like, why are you coming back all of a sudden now that I'm doing good? Now that good things are coming for me? Somebody does not want you to move forward. They don't want you to progress. Maybe they didn't believe in you in the first place. They didn't think you'd be able to accomplish what it is that you were trying to accomplish. Universe, tell us more. Same shit, different day. This is somebody here who's repeating cycles. You're uninterested. Plain and simple. This is somebody here who cannot handle rejection. Again, they're fake flexing. They have this inflated, grandiose sense of who they think that they are. Somebody here is getting the inside scoop that all they want is to get money. That's all they want is money. And they're stressed out because they're receiving bad karma. I mean, I think I need to move the speaker off my desk because it keeps vibrating. I apologize, y'all. And maybe you sense that about this person. And that's why you left. Maybe that's why you ran. You were like, you know what? I'm running from this. I don't want to be near this. Somebody only wants to take from me, but they don't want to face their own judgment. They don't want to face their own actions. Alrighty, y'all. I'm going to be right back. I just need to use the bathroom real quick. Hi, everybody. I'm back. Sorry about that. We're going to use the What's Beneath deck. Hidden Futures Oracle cards. Universe. Please tell us more. What lies beneath for the collective? What do they need to know in regards to this energy, please? Somebody's being kicked to the curb. They destroyed their own life. This could even be somebody here, maybe it could have been like a friend of yours, like an old friend of yours, who maybe there was somebody here who was interested in you at one point, and they ran their mouth so bad because they wanted them. They wanted what was supposed to be yours. Somebody was like trying to claim your destiny in some kind of way, trying to swap. They wanted the attention that you received. And this could be somebody here who maybe is like, why does collective feel like they don't have to get into relationships for money, right? Or for stability, or no, you get into relationships because of love. Everything else God provides for you. You will be taken care of by God, right? You may not know exactly how it's going to happen, but God always takes care of you, right? Say, for example, you're living alone and you're like, you know what? I need to make more money. Boom, right? A job opportunity opens up that pays more, right? Maybe one that offers more growth, right? Somebody is mad that you make different choices than they do. Maybe that's why y'all even separated in the first place, because you realize you're like, you know what? We're not the same. And I'm not saying you need to be, and I'm not saying that everybody in the collective is the same, but I mean, we all have our own different likes and interests and stuff, but it's about the way that people move in life, in their reasoning for why, their inner why. Your inner why isn't, ooh, let me connect with them because they have money. No, let me connect with them because they're kind, they're funny, they're compassionate. I mean, sometimes people have an angry side to them, not gonna lie, you know what I mean? But maybe it's like, you know what, they get angry, but they're not abusive, they're not violent, they're not whatever, we all go through our feelings, but it's in how somebody manages it that you're like, oh wow, this person is kind, they care, I can build a love with this person, I can build a life with this person, I can see myself genuinely caring for this person. You don't get into things because of what it is that you get and what it is that you receive. You get into it because of love. Because you're generally feeling it. Because you feel welcomed. You feel appreciated. You've been dealing, whoever this person is that I'm reading about, ex-friend, family member you don't talk to, an ex-lover, they need to learn how to love themselves. And they need to prioritize exactly what it is that they love and they value. I don't even think they know what they value because they're only chasing money. They're chasing physical things. Universe, tell us more. We have a divorce. It's falling apart. Somebody's in their feelings. They're upset that you're sexually protected. Somebody here is putting on a show. So things are falling apart, so they're deciding to put on a show. The trash is being thrown out. That's why they're all up in their feelings. The game is over. Some kind of game is over. This person's going through karma, and somehow they want to blame you. It's your fault. It's your fault that they made all those pity poor decisions to go against you. It's your fault that they chose to do what they did. It's your fault that they chose to say what they said. It's your fault. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to accept accountability. They don't want to accept the truth. Hey, maybe you're the problem. Somebody's being kicked to the curb. Bye. What is this one sticking out? Somebody who has anger management. This could even be somebody here who was trying to keep you in a private relationship, maybe. Maybe somebody here who was, I don't know, maybe they were going through a divorce, or they were trying to use you as a pick-me-up in some kind of way. You've taken out the trash. It's the same shit, different day. It's given like somebody wanted to like keep you a secret for their own. This could even be somebody here that maybe you were dating at one point, right? Or maybe you were getting to know them, or whatever the case was, right? And then maybe you found out, hey, you know what? Maybe you found out that this person was probably still married to somebody else. Or whatever the case was. And maybe they told their spouse it was all your fault. You were the one that initiated. You knew that they were together with somebody. They were starting a show. They were putting on a show. And shit's about to go down. Enjoy the gossip, because it's no longer about you, collective. Universe, give us one more. Thank you. Somebody is now trying to burn evidence of the fact that they kept doing something over and over and over and over again, doing the same shit, different day. They did not only do this to you, they've done this to everybody they were not able to bind. This is given an energy of somebody who wanted concubines. Like, what is this? The Old Testament? Like, they know there's a part 2, right? Somebody here is seriously mad. They're a copycat. Now, I can't have collective, so the next best thing is to imitate them. Please. Look what that got them. Look where that got them. This could have even been like an old friend who was trying to take on your persona, take on your energy. Just so that, I don't know, you wouldn't be happy? I don't know, like, I'll get you, my pretty. Okay. You only got yourself. You know, at the end of the day, whatever we're going through in life, and whatever we face in our reality, is just an inner reflection of what is going on internally. We have stability. It's a stability and flow, trying to balance, juggling uncertainty, stressful choices, and chaos. Somebody was trying to disrupt the flow. That's all they know how to do. They're a creator of chaos. They don't even know how to manage their own chaos. Somebody here who is clearly uncommittal with their uncertainty. They're juggling multiple things. This is definitely somebody who is Greedy. This is a greedy motherfucker. I'm going to keep it real, but the game is over. Their game is over. An unexpected storm is coming. Destruction, conflict, unseen change, sudden news. Sudden news could be coming down because maybe whoever this person's connected to now is going to be spilling the beans, coming forward, telling you the truth, wanting to connect with you in some kind of way, to tell you what's been going on. Some of y'all already know internally with that high priestess and the hero. You know what's been said. You may not know the specifics, but you get the gist. Universe. Tell me more. This could even be somebody here who is saying that you had issues. Maybe you were on the drugs, Venus, romance. Maybe they were trying to claim that you were crazy. I don't know what this is. Apology, forgiveness, guilt, wants to speak their heart, compassion. Somebody's guilt is now getting the best of them. This could even be somebody here who worked with them to go against you. Take this however it resonates for y'all particular situation, but this has been messy. Until debt tears us apart. Saturn, restrictions, adversity, learning karmic lessons and maturity. That's what it is. This is somebody who has Peter Pan syndrome. Somebody doesn't like they also don't like your innocence in your free-flowing nature, right? Because you go with the flow. You've mastered the art of acceptance. You're like, okay. Next. Like, you're not the iffy one in this situation. And that's what's going on. Present day, attracting gratitude, abundance, being proactive, tranquility, and success. Those blessings, right? Maybe you have felt this overwhelming force around you. Maybe even going out, maybe you were getting looks and stares and people just looking at you or whatever the case is. And maybe now you're stepping out and people are taking a double take. They're doing a double glance, like they're breaking their neck, right? Looking at you like, is that the person that such and such said? That's not collective. Yes, it is. People could have even gone as far to say that you were dead or that you were, like I said, on drugs, or maybe because you don't deal with these, you're not in the circle anymore. But what happens when the circle starts seeing you out and about in your natural habitat, in your natural environment, being just you? Looking radiant, looking beautiful, looking healthy. It breaks their whole illusion. It breaks their whole story. This could even be somebody here who has mental health issues. And if that's the case, they need to go talk to somebody. Because obviously, they're talking to the wrong people. Somebody who was nostalgic. This is somebody who was so focused on the past. They want to keep going backwards. They want to go backwards. They want to go backwards. They want to go backwards. For what? I don't know. Somebody is in heavy regret. They're going to be in heavy regret for coming for you. They're trying to burn some kind of evidence. Something here is too late. Because I feel like the story is going to be corroborated by more than one witness, by more than one person. You guys could even have grounds here for, like, defamation. Somebody here could have even been trying to... Maybe they swindled you into a private relationship here to force their lover to think that you were coming after them. I don't know. Maybe somebody here was even trying to, like, film you or something. I don't know. Or they were sharing screenshots of your intimate conversations. We have North Node. This is fate. This is all because you stepped into your North Node. You got people shaking in their boots here, right? Because you have weathered your karmic challenges and now you're receiving rewards. You have found your life path. You know what it is that you want. You know yourself completely inside and out. And again, with that Seven of Wands, you will stand on that hill defending yourself, even if it means you're the only one standing alone. And sometimes it might feel alone for a hot minute. It will feel lonely for a hot minute. But that's because the other energies, right? They don't get the hint. They keep trying to come back. And it takes some time for them to learn the lesson that, you know, I keep knocking on Collective's door and they're not going to answer. And the moment they finally get that hint and they go do it to somebody else, because they will do it to somebody else. But I feel like you were the one that they shouldn't have gone for. Because it's making everything fall apart for them. You don't go up against the Collective. You don't go up against an Earth Angel, a Chosen One, however you identify with your labels. You know, somebody who's God-touched, universe-touched, right? Somebody who's connected to the collective consciousness, to the oneness of life. People are also upset that you're able to read them like a book. I don't know, maybe y'all have a gift where you can talk to people, you recognize patterns. And I don't know, maybe that allows you to access the Akashic Records in some kind of way, and you're like, yeah, I know what you're all about, I'm good, I'm all set, you have a good one, nothing against you, you know, blessed be, go with God, ciao, right? And this is, I also feel like people are pissed off at the fact that you're just sincere, right? Hi, hello, how are you? How's your day? Oh, it's going good. Great, glad to hear that, you know? Glad that you had a great day. And, you know, you keep it moving. You're not giving anything more. You know what I mean? You're not going deeper, and they're just mad that you're not going where they want you to go. That's what it is. Alright, we're going to clean this up, and then we are going to pull out the Scrabble tiles, and we're going to see what is up. Actually, before I do that, Universe, can we have some clues onto who these people might be for the Collective? Who is this? I want to say the ringleader and their cronies. Who are these people, Universe? Who are these people all up in Collective's energy trying to muck it up? This could be somebody here of dark skin. Somebody here could have mixed colored eyes, or they could wear contacts. You know, the ones that are like not human. You know, ones that look like a snake or whatever. Somebody here could be light skinned. There's definitely a difference in skin tones. Maybe somebody is upset. They're like, because of your skin tone. I don't know, maybe there could be some colorism here. We do have markings. Some of y'all could have like tribal markings, or somebody could have tribal markings. They could, I don't know, something here about henna. Maybe even Hindu. We do have skinny here. Maybe somebody is upset that you're skinny. Or maybe you lost a whole bunch of weight. Universe, tell us more. Who could this person be? Somebody here could be Australian, it could be you, it could be them. This could just be somebody here who I don't know, maybe they recently visited Australia. They could have immigrated from Australia. We do have elderly here at the bottom of the deck, so there could be a difference in like old-based systems. I did say something about the Old Testament, right? This could be somebody here who's like stuck in the old ways, old programming, old conditioning, right? Super religious. And you're probably a little bit more unconventional. We have braids. Somebody here could have braids, micro braids, cornrows. We have blue eyes, red lips, curly hair. Somebody here could have like exaggerated features, or they could exaggerate features, either with piercings, with makeup. I don't know, maybe somebody is upset at the fact that maybe you're a drag queen. I don't know. Or maybe this is somebody here who wanted you to dress up and be something that you're not. They wanted you to play a role, fit in some kind of way. I don't know, try to make their kinks come true. I don't know. We have a beard. Somebody here could have a beard. We have facial hair. Black clothing. Somebody here could wear a lot of black. Maybe they didn't want to be seen. They didn't want to be caught on camera for something here that they did. Maybe they wear black for work. Maybe it's part of their uniform. Again, we have that skinny. Definitely somebody here who's older than you. Or you could be older than them. Take it however it resonates. We do have somebody here with fun-colored hair. They like to dye their hair. We have the same height as you. This person could be the same height as you, or this is somebody here that thought that you were in the same boat as them. This is somebody here who wanted you to be trauma bonded to them. Somebody here could have red lips, or they could accentuate their lips. Something here about lip plumper. Maybe somebody here uses lip plumper, or I don't know. I'm also getting the feeling here that somebody here could be like unkept. Like, I don't know, maybe they're not clean cut. They need to line themselves up, or they've let themselves go in some kind of way. And again, that's your fault, collective. It's your fault they let themselves go. I had an ex tell me that once. The reason why they gained weight was because of me, and I was like, I literally looked at him when I was dating him, and I just said, listen, you know, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm just like, it's not my fault that you gained all this weight. You know, you have a gym membership just like I do. Just because you don't go, it's not my fault. But you are more than welcome to join me. Anyways, there's a reason why they're an ex. Somebody who definitely wears a lot of makeup, or they make up a lot of bullshit. They make up a lot of bullshit. Somebody here could have curly hair, or they like to curl their hair. Something here about the wand. Maybe somebody here uses a wand, or maybe somebody here recently got a new wand. Maybe something about the Dyson head wrap or something. Isn't that like, I don't know. I finally got the container that I wanted. Alrighty, y'all. This is gonna get loud again for a hot minute, so I do apologize. Universe. Any other final messages and confirmations here for the collective, please? Any final messages or confirmations for the collective, please? We have the number 8, 36, 29, 61, 46, 74. Something here about a band. Maybe somebody here could be in a band. Maybe they want to start a band. I just heard D12. You know, that group that Eminem was in? Was it D12? That song, My Band? Maybe somebody likes that song, or maybe they're a fan of Eminem. We have the numbers 68, 87, 'Someone's name could be Bo. Or maybe something here, I don't know. I just heard boa constrictor. Maybe something here about snakes. Maybe somebody likes snakes. We have a hole here. Maybe somebody here, I don't know. Maybe they miss your poon poon. I don't know. Or somebody here is digging a hole for themselves. Maybe they're digging their own grave. Somebody's name could be Val, Valerie. Somebody here could also be a valedictorian. I don't know, maybe you were a valedictorian, or you know somebody who's going to be a valedictorian. Someone's name could be Karen, or somebody here acts like a Karen. We have the number 64. Something here about somebody's toes or somebody's toe. Toes? I don't know. Somebody here could have a foot fetish or something. Again, no judgment. Or somebody was trying to step on your toes. There's a lot of music here. I don't know, maybe somebody here is definitely musically inclined. Or you could, whoever's coming towards you, maybe they're musically inclined. Or maybe somebody here knows that they can make good music with you. And just in life in general. Someone's name could be Louise or Louis. Something about JD. Somebody can go, maybe that's their nickname, JD, or maybe that's their initials. That actually just hit kind of home. And if you're watching, and I know that you are, I know everything. I've known everything. It's funny that you people think that I didn't. Something here about a log, maybe something about a log cabin, or, I don't know, maybe somebody works construction, they work with wood. Something here about a zit, maybe somebody here has a zit, or they have a lot of acne. Something here about a view. I don't know, maybe somebody is trying to get a view of you, or they keep trying to view you. Because that's the only way they can access your energy. Somebody's name could be Gina. Someone's name could be Lori. Someone's name could be Kane or Keen. Somebody here's keen on you. Someone's name could be Keenan. Somebody's name could be Bonnie. Or something here about a bonnet. Maybe somebody here wears a bonnet. Maybe they wear a bonnet to bed at night. Someone's name could be Will. William. Someone's name could be Lily, or somebody here could like lilies. Someone's name could be Corey. Something here about the metropolitan. I don't know. Maybe y'all live in a metropolitan area. Something here about Arizona. Something here about USC. I've heard that before somewhere. Someone's name could be Zach. Someone's name could be Walter. Someone's name could be Hans. KO. Somebody's gonna be ready to be knocked the fuck out. We have Mew. Somebody here could be like a Pokemon fan. Someone's name could be Ben, Benjamin, Benji. Something about slow-mo. Slow-mo. Maybe something here happened in slow motion. Or somebody's trying to slow something down. They're trying to slow you down. Someone's name could be Zeke. Ezekiel. Someone's name could be Carmen. I think I spelled it right. Someone's name could be Gilly. That could be their name. Somebody here could be DL. They could be in the closet. Maybe, I don't know, if you're LGBT, like maybe this is somebody here who wanted to keep you as like their secret lover, but they never wanted to commit to you, and you're finding out that, you know, well, that's because they were in a relationship with somebody else. They were trying to have... Listen, there's nothing wrong with being LGBTQ, okay? But it's... You don't lie. Don't be something that you're not. And also, don't try to take more... And if that's what you want, then you should be open to other people. Like, there are people out there who want polygamy. If that's what you want, then you go do it. But be honest. Don't lie to everybody involved. That's the problem here. That's the problem with people. I don't know if they feel shame, if they feel guilt. They just be yourself. Somebody's name could be Jose. Someone's name could be Josie. Or is it Josie and the Pussycats? Isn't that a band? Something about walnut. Maybe somebody here likes to eat walnuts. I don't know, that could be a street name. We have jovial. Some of you could be very jovial, or I don't know. Somebody here is livid. They're livid about something. Somebody here is livid. Somebody's name could also be Walt, or something about Walt Disney. We have a tow. Somebody's car could be being towed, could be being repoed. We have SOS. Somebody's in distress. They want your help. Someone's name could be Dale. Someone's name could be Harry. Or maybe somebody here is just hairy. Maybe they're hairy like Sasquatch. I got no shade. I'm just saying what comes out. Maybe somebody here is a fan of Bigfoot. That could be a thing too. Something here about men. I don't know. Alrighty, y'all. Somebody here could have been born in 74, 68, 87, 97. Even as far back as 64. We have 8 here. What goes around comes back around. You get what you give. Somebody could be 46, 29, 36. We did have an older person. I don't know, maybe somebody has a grudge against you. Maybe there's somebody here who's in their 60s or their 80s. Even. Something here could have started in 97, or something here about somebody repeating the same cycle from 97. Something is playing out just like how it did then, but now it's with you instead of somebody else. Somebody's name could be Rose. Or something here about roses. Maybe you like roses. Okay. Alrighty, let's close this reading out. Hoping I have enough time to do a Pisces reading today. Oops. Universe, please give us an affirmation for the collective. Don't take it personally. If someone starts to speak unkindly to me, I'll remember that they've got something going on that has nothing to do with me. Like maybe they just pooped their pants. Yes, that's probably it. They're about to poop their pants. Because somebody's about to spill the beans. Maybe that's why we had that hole come out earlier. Maybe somebody's gonna rip them a new asshole. Or they're putting holes right in their story. Universe, please give us a final message for the collective, please. We have 2 of them, capacity to love and cultivation, 34 and 37. Y'all can be in between these ages, you don't have to be. 34 breaks down to a 7, and 37 breaks down to a 10. 7s are out choices. What we're willing to submit to, what we're willing to choose, right? What we own owns us. I shouldn't be drinking coffee. It's already 9 p.m. Oh well. It takes courage to open up and heal areas of deep vulnerability. People are pressed because you did that. Example, this whole reading of people trying to take you down and trying to stop you from being vulnerable. Each human individual is created with a profound longing to feel loved. Out of this need for love, you may exaggerate and parade your fascinating qualities, while masking your weaknesses or fears. If you are not committed to looking at your root issues, you will feel disconnected from your true self. Take a moment to look at how you are handling yourself. Are you being open and honest? Are you withdrawing from a situation? Are you masking a problem with some sort of avoidance tactic, such as shopping, drinking, or eating excessively? Are you holding grudges? When your heart is open, you will find that your actions tend to match your words. You rarely get offended. You are emotionally available. When your heart is open, you truly take responsibility for who you are and what your beliefs are. You love yourself more completely. Conflict resolves more easily, and you have a desire to live in harmony with others. Ganesha's trunk represents the ability to consider how you are perceiving the situation, which is significant in your spiritual growth. An elephant's trunk is an important appendage that is used in its day-to-day functioning. It serves to remove trees and other large obstacles, as well as for more fiddly tasks such as breaking open fruits to eat. An elephant has the capability to handle a range of tasks, from minute ones to those requiring great strength. In this way, Ganesha's trunk is an emblem of his great intelligence and his extraordinary capacity for love. Rely on your own vast array of abilities to tackle your problems and know that Ganesha is supporting you in the process. They don't want your heart to be open because it's not open to them, because now that your heart is fully open, it means there's no space for them because they don't deserve it. Listening to music can heal, encourage, and nurture your soul. Your spirituality is an essential part of who you are, and it forms the framework of your world. Music resonates with the human spirit. At the heart of humanity is the song of the soul. Music has the power to unite communities, cultures, and civilization. Listening to music can heal, hearten, and support your soul. Studies have found that musical tones communicate with and have an energetic impact on the cells and organs of the human body. It is believed that the cells vibrate and essentially have their own musical intonations. Listening to music can help heal and uplift your energy. You may find that by tuning into uplifting or calming music, you create space for greater contemplation and, in turn, gain more clarity about what you are creating in your life. It can also bring about a stronger connection to your higher self or to oneness. Music cultivates community, as sound fosters communication and greater unity. Cultivation is a continual process that develops, encourages, and nurtures. There is a spiritual connection that forms between the music and the listener. Ganesha is inviting you to incorporate music into your life in a way that will augment your spiritual expansion. Listen to soothing music while you prepare for your day. Move away from the noise of excessive electronics and digital images and back to a more melodic existence. Take time to sit and listen to music. Doing this can shift your energy to a clearer and more receptive state. It's time to rock out to music, right? Maybe it's time for you to start a band, right? Even if it's just one where it's just a group of people come together and they just rock out and play their favorite songs in your garage, right? Embrace your open heart. Follow your joy. Create magic. Boy, they're so mad at the fact that you're keeping your magic just to yourself. That is what I have for y'all today. I am sending you all lots of love and lots of light, and I will see you next time. Ciao.